Oh, what in the world is that?
A Slammy.
A Slammy Award. I'll tell you, man.
How cool that you get to keep those,
I'm
man.
sitting in here, man. I've got all this stuff. I said, what can I grab? It's easy, you know. And I got the Slammy Award. You know, I won 2 Slammys that year.
2 in
Best
1 year.
vocals and best hit.
All right. All that makes sense. Man, I always thought that they were a prop and WWF just like kept them afterwards and recycled them to different guys. How
You
cool.
think WWF gave me this? This is heavy. You won't believe how heavy this is. You think WWF gave this to me? I won 2 Slammys. Not a chance in hell they gave it to me. A good friend of mine in Texas, he bought them for me, and I guess they have them for sale on the WWE merchandise page, and he bought them for me and sent them up to me. Sean down there in Texas.
How cool
so
is that?
I got 2 Slammys. No, the WWE didn't give them to me. Holy smokes.
So they were keeping them.
But the Slammys were fun, I'll tell you. And can we tell a Slammy story? I don't know what are we way off script. I know you have a format you like to follow.
Yeah, no, let's do it. Today we're going to be talking
about... Throw it out the window, brother. You're not with Jake. You're not with Teddy. I will be visiting.
Let's do it.
But no, so the Slammy Awards, we did them at the Trump Castle there in Atlantic City. And I got to tell you, Vince did everybody's routine. You got to put Vince over. And it was a great time. I thought it was a great show, too. But anyway, for the best, I think I won for the Best Hit Award. And I won, too, like I said, Best Vocals, which was the ho!
That makes sense.
You know, it beat One Man Gang thing and the woo, and beat that, oh, got the Slammy for it. But when I won the Best Hit, they invited the guys that read the who won it was Bobby the Brain Heenan and King Harley Race. And of course, me and Harley are having a feud. Harley, so they got the crown and everything. He's got that on. Bobby opens up the deal. He's like, yeah. And the winner is Hacksaw Duggan. You know, so we come up. It was great. It was like the Academy Awards. Everybody hollering and stuff. I got the Slammy, you know, and all of a sudden Harley, boom, he hits me. Boom, I hit him. He goes through the curtain. I go through the curtain after him. Boom, they go into a tape. The day before, we taped everything that happened after we went through the curtain. So the day before, we fought through the whole building. We fought through the ticket thing. We fought through the ladies' dressing room. We fought through the cafeteria. And so every while, once in the show, they would put the tape on and show us fighting in one room. They'd cut, go back live. And they had taken pictures the day before of where we were at. And they're like, well, this shirt's torn here. You got stuff shot on your here. So it would coincide with the video. It was pretty, at the end of it, I'm hitting Harley with a big giant tuna. I'm hitting Harley with a tuna fish, man. It was great, man.
And you were wearing like the tuxedo shirt and stuff. It was just.
Oh, yeah. I told you that story. Anytime I do anything fancy, they got me stuffed in a tuxedo shirt. I got a bow tie on the 2x4, so I'm dressed up. And so I did that in Las Vegas for the awards, right? Yep. And tell that story again, brother.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Good. So it's the VHS awards, and they send me out there. It's like Michael Jordan's best dunks and all that, but it's WWF. You know, so it's in Las Vegas. They got the spotlights going around, you know, the red carpet. I pull up in a big limo. I jump out, you know, I got the 2x4. Like a wrestler, right? So I'm sitting there with all these Hollywood movie stars and stuff, you know, we're all sitting at the table. And they go through, and the winner is for the best sports video, WWF. And accepting is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So I jump up, I got the 2x4, I jump up, I go, oh!
Dead.
It was dead quiet, man. It was dead quiet. So I get up on stage, I can hear crickets. I go, come on, folks, let's do one all together. Oh!
Nobody.
I grabbed the other, thank you very much. The whole didn't work with the Hollywood folks.
Yikes. All right. I guess they aren't wrestling fans.
Most folks will hold back at you. Later, you flirt. I can't believe her. We've been together 40 years.
Just can't get enough of old Hacksaw. Who can blame
What do you
her?
mean by old Hacksaw, brother?
Young Hacksaw is
As
what I
they Flair and Hogan call me kid.
meant.
And Jake says he's younger, but I want to see a birth certificate, you know?
I'm not sure I buy it.
Jake's like, yeah, I'm much younger than you, Duggan.
Hey, that I wanted to ask you, that Slammy Awards, was that the one where Vince did his big dance routine?
Yeah, baby, watch him drop.
Yes. What'd you think of that
Yeah.
whole thing?
And Dan, I thought Vince, he reminded me like Tom Jones or somebody. He was up there
Yeah.
dancing, singing. And plus, he knew, like I said, he knew the whole thing about when I pushed Harley through the curtain. The guy that always has been a hands-on guy, you know. He was one of the first guys at the building, the last guys to leave back in the day. Of course, I don't know how he was in the past days, but even when it was WWE, they brought me in for a voiceover or something before the show, and I had the headset on, and I'm down there, and I'm gabbing away, you know, hey, all of a sudden, no, Jim, that's not right.
Who said that?
Yeah, what the hell is he doing here? Listening to rehearsals at 2:00 in the afternoon, you know, and
Wow.
it was, he was, that's why I don't think he ever, you know, wanted to sell the business and move to the Cayman Islands. He enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think that he thought he was gonna do it up till the day he passed away, really. So
Yeah.
hey, speaking of Vince, before we get
He
into
could
our
have treated
subject,
us a lot better, though, I'll tell you.
they all
But
could
like I
have, right?
said, at 70 years old, I traveled the world signing autographs, taking pictures with people. And, you know, people don't know WCW, WWE, Mid South, majority of the conversation, WWF, the golden age. Hogan,
Yep.
Macho Warrior, Jake DiBiase, Junkyard Dog. You can still name 10 guys without thinking about it. Bret Hart, you know, name 10 guys on today's roster.
Oh, yeah, that might be tough. All I watch is your era of wrestling for
Yeah,
research.
it's a great show. I mean, even like your little one, Piper, I mean, the costumes, the guys, it's just the characters. It was a moment in time. It was great to be part of that group of guys.
Well, Jim, today what we're talking about is
Oh,
40
we got to
years
go to
ago.
work, huh? Holy shit,
Yeah,
Marcus.
we'll
Yeah.
cover some of it. I might break it into 2 episodes, we'll see, but, we're returning to 1984, and, you're running Mid-South during that time. We covered it, the first part of it earlier in the year, and now we're picking up where we left off because 'cause we're getting close to the end of the year, Jim. I figure we'll do one today, and depending on how far we get today, maybe we'll hit it again in December. But, we've got some great notes. You know, when we last left off, you had your beard shaved off by the Russians, and you had to go back to an old look of yours from when you first started in the WWF with a mustache. So that was a hell of a look, but you're not the only one going back to an old look because JYD is going to reprise his Stagger Lee role briefly, and the two of you are going to team up in April to take on one of the most legendary tag teams of all time, Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey, the Midnight Express.